Alright, I'm not gonna lie. I think James Wan might be my favorite director. I mean, seriously, he's a director people know, but they never really see the meanings of his films. Saw, the 2004 film, is about people's guilt and how can you get over it. Insidious was about a father's guilt not hanging out with his family more, and how death is always near. The first two Conjuring films, Conjuring 1 and 2, are just a family film. Yes, I might be taking this too far with the meanings, but do I care? No, not at all. But the strange thing is, when we got the first trailer of Malignant, I was hooked with the idea of the film. But that was it. Just one trailer? Warner Bros. What is the matter with you? At least 2 trailers, top, duh. But before I get to what I thought of it, here's a short rant. You're welcome, by the way. So, if you search the film's name, Malignant, on Google, there's a ton of articles saying, it's dead on arrival, oh, it's a fail. Guys, this is why I hate entertainment articles like Hollywood Reporter, Variety, because they always have negative headers so they get more clicks. Malignant has made $15 million since its 3rd day release. That's good for a horror film. And somehow they always forget there's a pandemic going on still, Delta. And I know people are going to say, well, it's WB's fault for always releasing it on HBO Max at the same time. And I have to say, Godzilla vs. Kong made close to $500 million. The third Conjuring made $200 million from a $39 million budget. Oh, then there's Suicide Squad made only $120 million. But that's still a lot of people that went to the theaters. And it was also on HBO Max. It's not HBO Max's fault. It's the moviegoers who claim to go to watch movies at theaters only, but they never really do. They just say that online. And you can watch a movie anywhere. You just don't have to watch a movie at the theater. You can watch it anywhere on your phone, laptop, streaming services, and theaters. So people who say, oh, you can only watch movies at the theaters if you're a true movie enjoyer, they can fuck off. Alright, I know this video went sideways real fast, but I had to get this rant out. It's been simmering for a long time. The last thing I'll say about it is we should be celebrating because 2 Asian film directors made successful films at the box office. Alright, I was actually shocked by Malignant. I knew I would probably enjoy it because I'm a huge fan of James Wan, but I didn't expect it to be my favorite movie of the year. I don't know why, but I really dug this film. I thought it was amazing and very creative, and the killer is actually very creepy and a good villain. The way the killer moves is gonna make you cringe, and not the bad cringe, you dum-dum. The cringe when you are disturbed. And James Wan did a very great job by not showing the killings at all. As it's happening, yes, there's blood splatters, but he doesn't show it, so it now becomes more scarier because your mind is trying to figure out all the pictures of the killing. So it's more scary than just showing gore of the kill. I just don't understand the mixed reactions, though, of this film. I know it's not like modern horror films, and that's just fine to do. The film is heavily inspired by Friday the 13th and A Nightmare on Elm Street. So what made those films classics forever is because people love the ridiculous kills and the campiness. It also reminded me of 1970s Italian horror films. So if you really never seen an Italian horror film from the 70s, dude, what are you doing? I'm joking, of course, but most Italian horror films from the 70s always involved a serial killer with supernatural roots or just cults. I just don't understand the mixed reactions. Again, of course, I'm not gonna argue with your with you having a different opinion. But people are saying it's very campy. Yeah, that's the point of the film. It's inspired by the most ridiculous but loved horror franchises, Friday the 13th. So of course it's going to be campy, and some might be ridiculous. But that's the point of the movie. And I'm very pleased and happy James Wan took Malignant that way. I'm glad it's like I'm glad it's like a Friday the 13th movie. I'm happy it's like a 1970s Italian horror. Because let's be honest, we all thought that kind of genre, the campy genre, were dead, and it was refreshing and so enjoyable to watch this film, because I'm glad that Malignant embraces the camp. Because to be honest, it's sometimes nice to watch a campy film. It's fun because, don't get me wrong, I am a fan of watching dark films, but it's sometimes nice to watch a ridiculous camp film that embraces its camp. Yeah, I know I'm saying camp a lot, but hey, I can't help it. Oh, by the way, this is the best looking James Wan film. Every shot was creative, and you could tell lots of thought went into getting these shots really great. So, the movie is about Miranda, a depressed woman who's in an abusive relationship, where when she gets home early from work, her boyfriend and her get into an argument where it leads to him pushing Miranda towards the wall, and she hits her head on the wall where it starts to bleed. And then strange killings start happening, and they're all connected to Miranda. And Miranda somehow gets visions of seeing these murders as it happens, and Miranda is trying to figure out what is happening to her. But as the detectives start investigating the murders, they find out each victim was a doctor connected to Miranda. And now it's going to be a spoiler of the twist and the ending of the film. So you have been warned. Watch this movie at theaters, or if you can't, it's on HBO Max. Go watch it because the twist is pretty big. So at first, when the first killings happen of her boyfriend gets killed by the killer. They never show what the killer looks like. It's all shadows, but as the movie goes on, the more they show the killer, but never its face until the third act. But as the film goes on, you do think, well, is she the killer? And yes, she is the true killer. Wow, what a twist. But James Wan is better than that, and he adds another twist literally at the same time, and it's revealed that when Miranda, or her real name Emily, was younger, her mother gave her up to these doctors because she has a parasitic twin on her back, and its name was Gabriel. And Gabriel talks to her mind, and Gabriel talks to her by her mind, and already he's angry at the world. And keeps telling her to kill them, the doctors. But she never does. So as years go on, the twin gets more aggressive with everybody. So it leads to them having surgery to remove the parasitic twin. But by doing that, for Miranda to survive the surgery, they had to add one half of the twin's brain to hers. So as years went on, Miranda forgot about her twin. She was adopted by a family, and then having an angry twin, she had a sister to hang out with. So when her abusive boyfriend cracked open her head by pushing her to that wall, it basically released the twin from its prison cells. And Gabriel makes memories for her when he kills the victims. He literally takes over her body and he kills all these doctors. So why does this twist make the movie more unique and memorable than other films? It's because they bring that twist we've seen before, where the main character is actually the killer the whole time. We've seen it numerous times, but James Wan makes it different, where yes, Miranda is the killer, but at the same time, it's her evil twin. This makes that old twist we know unpredictable. And you know what? It's creative and refreshing. So as you watch the film more than once, you realize the killer Gabriel was actually kind of the good guy. Hear me out. So when Miranda was younger, her real mother gave them up. And at the hospital, the doctors tested on them, seeing how Gabriel would react to certain things. So naturally, he's gonna be angry. But then, when Miranda gets out of the hospital after all those years, Gabriel was removed from her, but shared a brain with Miranda. But Miranda started to forget about her twin. For decades, Gabriel was forgotten. So when Gabriel got free, when Miranda cracked her head open, Gabriel was very mad at everybody, especially at Miranda, because she forgot about him. He's hurt that his only sister, the only person he knew, forgot about him, basically abandoned him for years. And he's angry at the doctors for testing on him. So he kills the doctors for justice and justice for himself and Miranda. So yes, the movie is so good, guys. I know it'll be a classic one day, just like the great cheesy films like Friday the 13th and A Nightmare on Elm Street. Guys, it's really good. But yeah, that's it, guys. Hit that subscribe button, because let's be honest, this is a great video about a great movie. So hit that subscribe button, share to others so they can see this amazing video. And yeah, share it on the different socials. Man, I sound like a boomer. Yeah, follow me on Twitter. I'm always on Twitter. It's at JadenTiff. That's Jaden. There's a picture showing. Follow me. I'm always on Twitter. I need more followers. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you for watching this. Subscribe, share, follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you guys later. Peace as always. Stay awesome, guys.